All right, Coach, second spring here. How much has this program grown offensively this spring from last spring?
Well, I don't know how much we've grown. We're trying to make it grow. How about that? We're trying to make it grow by having a more diversified passing attack. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It goes without saying that that's where we came up short, last year. And so while we've added some wrinkles to the run game and we're looking at some new things, tweaking at some things, the major emphasis schematically and structurally is to improve upon the passing game. And when you run the ball like we do, the first thing you look at is play action pass. And but we've got to get more efficient in our quick game and our drop back. So we're really not adding a whole lot to that. We're just trying to refine, looking at some new wrinkles in the passing game as far as play action is concerned to try to generate some more explosive plays.
Now, we all know I don't know if you want to use the term difficulties that Cole had last year. What have you guys done in the offseason and now in spring to kind of help him get through that?
Well, he's done quite a bit. The one thing you got to remember about us in football in the NCAA, we're incredibly limited with what we can do. We can't work with footballs. We can't work with our guys if there's footballs there. You see what I'm saying? And so the first time literally that we've had a chance to focus on mechanics and technique together was when we started spring ball. He's done quite a bit on his own. I've done research. I've talked to people. Coach Davey has set me up with some guys that he trusts that are, really good mechanically as far as the throwing game. And we've tweaked some things. And tried to make some subtle changes in grip, upper body balance, things like that. But most of the improvement that we've seen, and we have seen improvement, has been because he's worked on himself over the offseason, if that makes sense to you. So we'll continue to get on the same page, because we can work with each other, now. And I have no doubt that the challenges that he had in the fall will get better.
When I talked to Cole, he said that you had everything kind of installed now. Last year you didn't have that. Right. You were trying to install everything.
Right.
And he said that allows you kind of to hit the ground running at a faster pace.
No question. And the other thing that Cole probably wouldn't say is last spring we were coaching effort and attitude. We weren't really, with schematics were a distant third, and so he's right from the standpoint that we're ahead as far as install. There's familiarity as far as install. He would say that. A guy like Clayton Mitchum might say something different, you know what I'm saying? But certainly for the vast majority of the guys out there, there's familiarity with what we're doing. And we've slowed it down a little bit because we've got some youth at the wide receiver spot, got some youth in the backfield. And so we've slowed down our install a little bit, which is fine. We're just trying to get better every day in the spring.
You picked up a couple of new coaches, running back coach, wide receiver coach. Talk a little bit, what have they brought to the table, or what do they bring to the table?
Well, when I say what they bring to the table, this is just a reflection of them, nothing on anybody that left. But both of them have really, really, really sound football knowledge. They're good schematically. They're very technique-oriented within their positions. They're tough, which I love. And both of them come from a background that complement what we do. Apollo at Florida International, running the inside zone, running the stretch play, some of the run game stuff. He's enhanced our passing game a little bit with some of the nuances from there. And of course, Scott Baumgartner from Nevada, goes without saying. When you're there when the pistol's invented, pretty good background. We're thrilled to bring him on board for that. So he's helped us with some play action ideas and some things in the passing game. So, change is inevitable in college football. And you're thankful for who is here, but you get excited about those you bring on board.
How excited are you for the offense right now overall, just this spring from last spring?
I don't know if excitement is the word, and I don't mean that I'm not excited. I think just kind of anxious to see really what we're going to be because we've got so many question marks at receiver. We've got a lot of questions to answer in the backfield. Obviously, Casey's not one of them, but we've got to find some guys that can expand their roles in the backfield. We lost Chris Byron and Lucas Reed. And those were our two go-to guys at tight end as far as the run game was concerned. So really, we've got quite a few question marks on offense. So I'm excited to see where we can go. I'm just not so sure what it's going to look like or who's going to be lining up yet.
Excellent. Thanks.